Hey guys, today I'm bringing you this festive holiday sexy ass look. It's just not super red or green, but it's got that nice pop of gold. Now if you want to see how to do this, stay tuned. I started off with my eyes for this because I wanted to not have any glitter fall out onto my cheeks. When you use any sort of glitter or pigment, a lot of times you run the risk of getting it to fall out on your cheeks if you don't do your eyes first, which you take that risk if you want to. So I started off using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on my eyelids and then setting it with a powder. Then going in with my Morphe 35O palette. You don't have to use this one. You can use any neutral brown shadows that you have. I kept it a little warmer in this one because, again, it's that time of year where warm shadows are everywhere. I don't show you exactly the colors I use because it doesn't really matter as long as they're any of the matte shades from the palette. I sort of started off with some lighter shades, then went to some medium brownish orange, and then I ended off with some of the really deep dark brown colors. All I do is I run them on the outer portion of my mobile lid and up into the crease. Because I'm going to be doing a gold pigment on my lid, it doesn't really matter. This is just the base that you're going to do first. So taking the Ourfa Zinali and Artist Couture the Slaynali pigment, I am mixing it with some Pixie Glow Mist. You don't have to use this. You can use anything like Fix Plus eye drops, but all it does is it makes it like a paint-like consistency. So you can literally just paint it onto your eyes, and then it completely dries down. So for this, I'm using any sort of flat paddle brush that you have. Any brush that you have that's not fluffy will probably work for this part. And you can see I'm patting it only onto the mobile eyelids and doing it in a very half moon type of shape. And then taking a small pencil brush and running some deeper brown shades right along the outside of it, sort of creating a somewhat cut crease but not winged out. We'll wing it out in a sec, don't worry. Then I'm just sort of blending those shades out with a little bit more of a fluffier brush. Now, this part doesn't look insanely amazing because I'm using the Tarte Double Take liner and I'm lining my eyes. I wanted it to be a smoked out liner, so I didn't want it to be super precise. So I'm putting down a precise line first, and then I go in with black eyeshadow on a small pencil brush and I just sort of wing it out. But as you can see, the gold got onto my wing, so I kept having to clean it up with more of that liner. So as you see, I'm sort of winging it out long. You can put a piece of tape underneath here, but it's not really necessary because we're going to use the concealer afterwards and sort of clean up that edge. But I just wanted it to look sort of smoked out, aka Lady Gaga in Hotel. Just that really long, really feline shape to the eye. You can see I sort of go over it again with the black to sort of make it blacker along the base where my lashes are about to sit. Then taking the other side of the double take liner and I'm just lining my upper and lower waterline. I keep the black on my lower waterline just to about the center of my eye, not bringing it all the way into the inner corner so that you don't get that little chunky buildup on the inner corner. Then throw on a coat of mascara and some lashes. These are Koko lashes in the style Stella. Now I'm going on to my foundation. For this I'm using, surprise, surprise, L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation. You can use anything you have, but I realized, man, I was looking ghostly. And then, to lighten it up even more, going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Fair, and running that right along the very bottom line to really crisp up that bottom line. I didn't set my concealer for this because I wanted everything to be really natural and glowy because my skin's been looking like a dry, cracky piece of shit lately. So then running some of those brown shades that we used on the upper crease underneath our eye, just to tie everything in together, and then warming up my face with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. I don't show myself doing that much because it's personal preference to each his own. I just kind of put it in the contours of my cheeks and up on my forehead. Then I do my brows. For this, I'm using the OFRA Semi-Permanent Brow Gel in the color Khaki, and then using the OFRA You Do You highlighter that was in collaboration with DupeThat. I'm putting on because it was like it's such a beautiful gold color. This is a really good dupe for Champagne Pop. And then going in with the Mary Luminizer highlight, the lightest one in that trio, and then putting that right over the top to get a super highlighty look. I also run that on my cupid's bow, my chin, and on my nose. Then using Dose of Colors Sand liquid lipstick, I'm running that all over my lips, and then when it started to dry down a little bit, I run my finger along the very outer edge because I don't really like a harsh outer edge on nude lips. I find that it looks better when it almost like blends in with the skin. Then taking a small paddle brush and some more of that Slaynali pigment and putting it on my inner corners. And you're done. That is it for this super easy holiday inspired cut crease look. I'm not incredibly in love with it, but I like it, and I hope you guys do too. If you guys like these videos, make sure to subscribe so that you can see more. I'm having a ton of videos coming out this month. I am loving filming. I was on a little hiatus for a minute. I was really uninspired, but I am back and feeling more inspired than ever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out all of my other social media, and I will see you at my next video.